Time to crack open the sports page with the Orlando Sentinel and FM 96.9 The Game's Mike the Bulldog Bianchi.
On JRR.
Bulldog Sports Page brought to you by Kaufman and Lind Injury Attorneys. Okay, Bulldog, it's Overreaction Football Monday, where we talk about the weekend playoff games, but all the playoff games aren't over yet in the NFL for Super Wildcard Weekend.
That's right. The Bills playoff game was postponed until this afternoon because of the cold weather in Buffalo. There was a winter storm where fans couldn't even travel to the game. I think the travel advisory is still out for that game.
Did you see the video that the Bills tweeted out or X'd out, whatever you want to call it, from on the field during the height of that storm?
No, what was it like?
A white wall. Couldn't see anything. Nothing.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Of course, the Bucks also take on the Eagles tonight, Monday Night Football in the playoffs. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see if the Bucks can take down the Eagles. The Bucks are playing with the house money. Nobody even expected them to be in the playoffs. But playoffs over the weekend. Let's start Saturday. The Dolphins in the negative degree temperatures in Kansas City. Man, they just could not get it done offensively. Their defense, as injury riddled as it was, tried to keep them in the game. I mean, the Chiefs did score 26 points, but 4 field goals. So the defense did its part. The offense has just petered out in the last 3 games. Dolphins lost their last 3 games. Tua did not play well the other night. His stats were not very good. The Dolphins only had 260 yards of offense. And, man, what do you say?
What I say is, if you're a Dolphins fan and you thought you had any even chance of winning there with the given injuries and the weather, you were delusional.
Okay, but how do you explain their offense? I mean, their offense wasn't injured. Jalen Waddle played. Raheem Mostert played. It's not their offense. Their offense is what let them down the last 3 games in the season, if you ask me, and it was the highest ranked offense in the league for much of the year. The question is, do you now sign Tua to a long-term lucrative deal? Would you, Letch?
Yeah, I would. You would? I wouldn't have probably several years ago. In fact, I was in the camp thinking that he was not going to be the answer and that he was going to have to retire because of his injuries. But no, my attitude's turned around on him. I just,
He did lead the league in passing, but when you look at what's happened in the big games since he's been the quarterback, not done very well. We'll see what happens with the Dolphins.
How about that? How about that chunk of Patrick Mahomes' helmet coming out because of the cold?
Good Lord, and Andy Reid's mustache freezing over. Did you see that?
It's fantastic. Hey, the Texans, man, holy cow!
Yeah, who would have thought the Texans would be the team in Texas that's making playoff noise, because they absolutely blew out the Cleveland Browns on Saturday. My God, C.J. Stroud becomes the youngest quarterback ever to win a playoff game at 22 years, 102 days old, 45-14. Joe Flacco turned back into Joe Flacco, for crying out loud. He threw 3 interceptions, 2 pick sixes. So, yeah, the Texans look really good, unlike their Texas brethren, the Dallas Cowboys last night or yesterday. Oh, my God. Packers absolutely had their way with them, 48-32. Jordan Love, how'd that taste, Aaron Rodgers? Jordan Love throws for 3 touchdown passes. Aaron Jones runs for 3 touchdowns for the Packers. Wow. And I never saw that coming.
That final final score it was not that close. It was it was 27-0 at one point.
Yeah, most points the Cowboys have ever given up in a playoff game. Jerry Jones, of course, was asked about Mike McCarthy's future as the head coach of the Cowboys last night. He wouldn't really go into detail. I don't know how you fire Mike McCarthy. He's had 3 straight 12-win seasons, but, man, that was a bad loss last night.
When they kept zooming in on the owner's box and Jones as that game was clearly getting out of control and out of reach, I really honestly thought he was going to have the gripper right there on live TV.
Right. I know. Wow. What about your Detroit Meatheads?
Yeah!
The Lions getting it done 24-23. They held on to beat their former quarterback Matthew Stafford and the LA Rams. Again, 24-23. Jared Goff, who of course used to play for the Rams, he was efficient. 22 of 27, 277 yards, threw for a touchdown, completed a pass for the victory-sealing first down against his former team. So big win for the Lions. That's their first playoff win in 32 years. And guess what? They get to host another playoff game next week because the Cowboys lost. They're going to host next week.
It'll either be the Bucks or the Eagles.
Yeah, the Bucks or the Eagles next week.
Yep.
So yeah, good for the Lions. Wow, playoffs have already been unpredictable. What else we have in sports? Jim Harbaugh, speaking of the NFL, he's interviewing for this L.A. Chargers job. That was sort of expected. We'll see what Harbaugh does. Looks like he's going to maybe go to the NFL. He'll have his options. There are a bunch of jobs open. Kalen DeBoer, the Washington Huskies coach over the weekend, he took the Alabama job. I think he's crazy, but he took it. He's going to follow Nick Saban. Jed Fish, I think he was a former University of Miami offensive coordinator, head coach at Arizona. He takes the Washington job. Mike Norvell, who never had any intention of taking the Alabama job, he gets a big raise anyway.
Yeah.
Just because he used that to get a big raise. Good for him. By the way, you know who represents all these coaches who got jobs or got raises? Steve Sarkisian got a raise too at Texas. Jimmy Sexton.
Okay.
The super agent.
Yeah.
He has a monopoly on coaches in college football. So, by the way, controversial signing for UCF. Do you see who they signed in basketball? Got him out of the portal, Mikey Williams. All right. Who's Mikey Williams? He's a former 5-star recruit, originally signed with Memphis this past recruiting cycle. Has never played a game at Memphis because he got into a shooting incident in his hometown of San Diego. He actually shot a gun, or allegedly shot a gun, into the back of a car when 5 passengers were leaving his house. All right, hit the back of the car, hit the back windshield. Nobody was hurt, but he was charged with 9 felony counts. Those have been pled down, and now he's signing.
But he can put a ball through a hoop, so, yeah.
Oh, 5-star, highest recruit UCF's ever gotten. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Mikey Williams.
All right. Hey, full slate of NBA games today. Speaking of which, Taco and I will be at Burton's in Thornton Park this evening. We're going to have some Magic tickets to give away for the game coming up with the Sixers. Get you sitting in the suite if you win those. We'll be there at Burton's in Thornton Park from 6 to 8. You coming by, Bulldog, for a cold one?
Maybe Magic take on the Knicks this afternoon, 3 p.m. up in Madison Square Garden. So Magic need to get it going again. They've lost 3 straight. They're 3-7 in their last 10. They've sunk to 8th place in the Eastern Conference standings.
All right, Mike the Bulldog Bianchi Sports Page brought to you by Kaufman and Lynn Injury Attorneys.
Listen to Under Oath with attorney Jeff Kaufman every Saturday morning, 7:30 a.m., FM 96.9 The Game. Catch extended versions of Under Oath by searching for Under Oath with Jeff Kaufman on your favorite streaming platform. Hoo, hoo.
Taco on demand. Download the iHeartRadio app.